Hey everybody, can anybody tell what I'm going to make? I'll give you just a couple of seconds. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to make some Kha Gai. Got all the fixings here. I've made it before. This is lemongrass. Just kind of smash it. I love the smell of fresh lemongrass. And my pedestal tries to steal it all the time because it loves it too. And I may even add more. I'm going to put 2 cups of chicken stock in here. My already cut up galangal. Which I love. And some people take the time and it's a root, and they'll take they'll sit there and cut it up. And take forever. Because it's a root. And it isn't ginger. It's been compared to ginger, but the flavor and aroma is totally different. And this is what part of the name is. So Tom is soup, and that is Galanga, and we got chicken we're going to add in here. It's going to be a it'll be like a coconut milk soup with chicken in it. And I have my Capra lime leaves. Now, what I'm doing with these, because I like the flavor of them as well, it's not going to ruin the dish, is I'm going to add some while I'm cooking the dish and not wait until the end. I'll put some at the end also, and I may even add more what do you call it, lemongrass. Because I like lemongrass. I got a whole bunch of lemongrass cut up in the freezer. You can freeze it. And I got plenty of these lime leaves. What we're going to do, just going to kind of roll these over. And if I can find my knife, there it is. It was behind me. Just kind of cut these a little bit. Okay. Oops. second. My back was hurting. These are shallots. I had a neighbor once named Chalet, and it was spelled just like the shallots, which made it easier to remember. Somebody's sneezing a lot. I hear him out back. I meant to do this the other day, and I went to the store, and what I was doing is I was going to get some sea mushroom, and they didn't have any, so I says, okay, I'll go to the Asian store. And I got there, and she didn't have any. Must have been just a run on that type of mushroom. So I bought some shiitake, but I also like mushrooms, so I like shiitake and I like the regular mushroom, so I'm going to put them in as well. Clear this off. And it's thunder booming outside. You know what? I'm not going to put those in there. I almost put those in the new trash bag. I've got a trash bag with trash waiting for a break in the storm. So I can take it out. Okay, and I got some cilantro. I'm just gonna give it a rough chop. We're gonna put a couple of onions in there. If you haven't figured out, these are all the aromatics. Now, when I was in the Asian store, there was a lady tried to get my my shiitakes. But the thing was, I was already in pain and I wasn't about to go back up to the main store. That just was not going to happen. I didn't think about it till yesterday. I said, you know what? I could have actually just split the bag with her. But what do they say? Hindsight's 20/20, something like that. And I'm going to put, I'm kind of deciding, I think I'm going to put more lemongrass in it. This is fresh lemongrass if you hadn't figured it out. I like to cook fresh when I can. Trying to figure out another way. I need a bigger mortar and pestle. One I got, as you saw, is kind of small. Are you enjoying this racket? All I was doing is breaking the, I was just breaking the lemongrass up. And now see, the good thing about the lemongrass, any leftover, or you know, you can cut it up, put it in the freezer, or you know, it doesn't smell bad in the trash. It smells like lemon. It smells like lemongrass. So if you got the spikes from it, or the outside, okay, this dish is pretty quick. Tell you what I'm going to do. I need some room to cut up the chicken. I mean, this is a pretty simple dish, and I think it's a Thai dish, and a lot of people make it. We're going to cut this chicken up to make a bite size. I'll tell you what I can do so that y'all don't have to sit here and watch me slice up 2 things of chicken. Wash my hands. And then I will come back to y'all after I've cut up the chicken. Sound like a winner? Sound like a winner to me. Okay, we're back. Now I don't have any palm sugar, which is what a lot of people use. But I'm not supposed to have any sugar So I'm going to use a packet of Sweet and Low. Okay, stir that up. I've got all the aromatics going in here. I just put the chicken in here. Look at there. I was making some beef broth. I was making dressing for something. Okay, I wanted to show you this knife. When I made the brisket, I've been watching, and all these guys had these knives. And I can tell you now, I'll put a link to it, but watch how easy this cuts. I mean, it's like, almost like butter, literally. Yeah, I'm gonna throw, this is on a medium heat still. So I'm throwing those in there. I'll leave a link to this knife. Okay, now for some of the stinky stuff, as my son would say. But he sure didn't complain about eating it. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of patis, or fish sauce. I don't know if y'all saw that. I think my camera's aimed another direction. That's why I need a camera woman or a cameraman. Big time. And I'll leave this whole recipe down below everything. Now I'm going to put in some of my favorite mushrooms. Good. And just so nobody gets mad, I'll add some regular mushrooms in there. Yes, you can do that. And the fun part coming up here is some Thai chilies. I sure do. I think I need to invest in a big mortar and pestle. And I'm going to use 2 to start out with and mash them up. I do like to make this hearty. I use probably 2.5 big things of chicken breast. And I got the coconut milk. That's one thing about it. If my son was here, y'all watch MASH. He's like a radar on MASH. I could turn around and he would be handing me the can opener. It's like he knew exactly what I needed. And he went to culinary school. And graduated. So I was pretty proud of him. You know, he's, of course, takes after his dad. He likes to cook and make things. Now, if you remember, I gave y'all a hint on some other Thai food. You stir one direction. If you don't, it's going to curdle on you and will not be good. Unless you like curdled milk. Now, what did I do? We're going to actually put in 2, 3, 4, 5 small tomatoes. Of course, I just couldn't resist throwing trash into the new empty trash bag. I've got a 3/4 full hanging out by the door. Okay, Don. Now you can get regular tomatoes and cut them into wedges if you want. You know, it's up to you. I just like these little ones, and if the skin starts to come off, just pull it out if you want, or leave it in there. It adds color. Okay, let me think. I'm going to need some lime. And this will be up to your taste. I'm going to change knives again. To a different knife, since that knife has, well, both two knives have chicken on them. Of course, it'll probably be okay because it's going to be cooking in here. Right now, we're just going to turn that up just a little bit. It'd be so nice to be able to just walk outside and buy all this stuff just completely fresh. You know, go to your friends or whoever and buy chicken and buy tomatoes and support the local community. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be nice. But I'm living in Arizona and everything's imported. I ain't joking. Man, when I came from, well, I was born in Arkansas, and then my first duty station was at Camp Pendleton, California, and we'd always go fishing and everything else there. And so I was like used to fresh fish. And my next duty station was in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. So again, on the water, go fishing, get fresh crab. I had a neighbor who was a fisherman, and a thing called the red tide got him because it came in and then he couldn't catch any fish or any shrimp, and he lost his boats. The banks took them away, even though that they knew that the red tide was there, and the banks just didn't have any feeling for anybody. A lot of boats got repossessed so that they could resell them. But anyway, that's a sad story. But let's get on to the shocker. So I decided to move to Arizona. Now, in North Carolina, I was buying like a pound of shrimp for $2. And maybe even more than a pound. It might have been like 5 pounds. This big old bag, you know. It was like, I don't know if you can tell, but about that big around and about that tall. And they were fresh from the boat. And it was about $2. And when I got here in Arizona in 1990 something, went to the store and I saw the shrimp and I was like, holy moly, man, like $10 a pound. I had sticker shock. I told my wife at the time, I says, well, we're going to have shrimp with anything. It's going to be a holiday or something. Because we're just not going to eat shrimp all the time like we did in North Carolina. I mean, North Carolina, we had shrimp, scallops. I went scallop fishing, or digging. My wife had 2 friends who did it. And that's what those girls were making like $400-600 a week. And you put on big old thick gloves and big old thick boots, and you carry like a bussing tub, like what they come and bus your plates with at a restaurant. Put a hole in one of the handles on one of those, tie a rope onto it, and you tie it to the back of one of your belt loops, and you just scoot along on your butt, and the whole time you're digging your fingers down and feeling for scallops or clams, either one. And you had a little piece of plexiglass that had a hole cut out, and if the scallop or clam would go through that hole, you had to throw it back because it wasn't big enough. And I'm using half a lime to start. Anyway, I'm sitting there behind these girls, and after 3.5 hours, this is no joke, I've got like, I think 1 clam is all. And they turned around. Did you get that? They turned around. And they're like, Don, how are you doing? Like, I've got 1 clam. And they said, that's because you're behind us. Get beside us. Oh, that makes sense. And it did. I started getting some clams in. But yeah, and we'd take chicken necks, tie a string onto them. We had a long pole with a net, and we'd take the the string with the chicken necks on them. We'd have probably 10 of these on the string, and we'd throw them out into the water, and then we'd tie the other end of the string to a stick, right on the bank. And we'd have like 10 of them. And when you saw one of them pulling away, you took the net and you took the string and you brought the string up in your hand and you took the net underwater ever so slowly and lightly, and you scooped up and you'd have big old crab in there. I miss all that. You know, we just I remember we were out crabbing one time, and these guys came up in a boat, and they came up and they flew right up on shore, not meaning to. They were drunk. What are you doing? We're like, we're crabbing. You want some crab? Yeah. We'll be back. And they came back with 2 big old huge ice chests full of crabs and just gave them to us out of the blue. A lot of people didn't like Marines there, but I guess these guys did. You know, well, we're offering to buy them things, and nope. We just wanted to thank you for your service. And we're like, okay. You need more beer? Nope. But yeah, we go fishing in the intercoastal waterway and go out into the ocean and fish. Okay, and guess what, peoples? This, my friend, is done. Now I'm going to scoop it out and let you see what it looks like. Yeah. And I think I'm going to add some rice in the bottom of this. And I have brown rice, because I'm not supposed to have, you guessed it, white rice. Because white turns to sugar. And I'm not diabetic, but they want to keep my sugars in check. Now then, if I want to, well, I can even make this for like Christmas. You got red and green there. And like I said, I would probably chop up some more, or cut up or tear some more lime leaves, because I like them. Now, one thing I do have to tell you, the Galangal that I used, I've got a video on how I clean it. I leave the skin on it because there's probably some good vitamins on that skin. Now, you can take it off if you want, but I cut mine really thin so that once it's boiled, I can actually eat it. Now, and you don't have to eat it either, but it's good. How does that look? Does that look yummy? And I know it's going to taste good, and I put even 2 extra Thai chili peppers in there. And if I want to, I can drip some more lime juice. I like it a little bit sour. Now to clean up the bowl. There you go. And I know you're like, isn't he going to taste it? Heck, I know it tastes good. I made it. I've been making it for years. I've been making a lot of stuff for years. See, the skin came right off of that tomato, but the skin's still good too. Perfect. And I'm glad I put those extra peppers in there, because it's not very spicy actually, but that's okay. You know, some people crush up the peppers and put them on top, and I just leave them whole and take bites of them. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. You got a comment, another way to make it, be sure and drop your comments down below. I like comments, good or bad. And if you're in a warm place, go swimming. If you're in a cold place, snuggle up. And y'all be sure and subscribe so you'll see my next videos coming out. I've got a bunch of them coming out here. And so y'all stay safe and try to stay warm, because it's starting to get chilly here. I think the temperature was 67 today, the high. So, and it was raining, so that's the reason the trash hadn't gone out yet. Okay, y'all take it easy. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.